Morning, everyone. Tuesday, November 3rd, big day. We'll get to that in a minute. Due for a community update. Very much appreciate the feedback that I get from some of you, that you say that you like this. So I'm continuing what I started a few months ago, and we'll do these every now and then, but was definitely due to provide some updates and speak to a couple of things today. And it is always best to hear from the elected officials. I know that you do, but I also appreciate the opportunity as your city manager to speak to you guys as well. Got a list and would like to share with everyone fall leaf pickup collection. Started yesterday and it will run through December 11th. So you'll see your public works crews out there doing their thing, and they do a great job of it. If you get a chance, I would ask maybe give a thumbs up when you see them out there during their collection. So number two, arena management. Grosinger Arena is now under our management. It's going to be conducted internally. We've got BCPA staff that I felt it was the appropriate move to give them the chance to operate and manage this. Time frame in my mind is a longer term interim period, which will run through April of 2022. So close to 16 months, they're going to manage the venue. As everybody's aware, in April we separated because of COVID the relationship with VenueWorks. That would have gone through April or spring of 2021. So we ended it a year earlier. And again, because of COVID, because of the lack of events and different issues like that. But I do feel that as we look to what the long-term solution is going to be for the arena, that it's in the best hands with our city staff. We have a relationship with Ticketmaster that continues. We're very much looking forward to the day after COVID to book entertainment events. We know that we have opportunities to actually expand or improve how the community uses this space. And there's other things that are in play as well regarding the arena. So I wanted to share that with everyone. And something else that I need to say, we got some people in the community that do this as well on the private side, and just trying to establish and build on a relationship that we have with those as well to possibly bring in their events into our arena is something that we've discussed in the past and look forward to advancing that and making it a reality. Next item is IT director. We had a retirement in April, filled an interim position, and over the course of the last 7 months, Craig Macbeth, a 25-year employee with the city, has filled the interim position, and could go on for quite some time about Craig. His leadership during COVID, his vision for the day after COVID, what IT is going to mean to the organization and to the community. It's something that I'm very much looking forward to, but announced that he was named the director, IT director, on I believe October 16th. So if you guys know Craig, reach out and congratulate him. He's very much earned this and has just made so many things possible along with his IT team for us as an organization during COVID. Where employees are able to work effectively at home so that we can have council meetings along with the different commission meetings, all in large part thanks to Craig and his leadership with his department. Next item, I think everybody's probably aware that Fire Chief Brian Moore is retiring effective November 16th. Brian is going to be irreplaceable. He is not just somebody that has led the fire department well in a nearly 30-year career. He is someone that is highly regarded within the fire service in the state of Illinois. And then even his leadership, being a man of integrity, is something that has been used not just in his fire department, but the different departments throughout the organization. So big shoes to fill. But at the end of the day, I am so happy for Brian and his family. So I want to say congratulations to the chief. Filling in as the interim fire chief will be Eric West, also a nearly 30-year veteran of the Bloomington Fire Department, and that will be effective, the day after Brian retires. The recruitment for the fire chief, I think, will run parallel to the recruitment for the police chief. It will start after the first of the year. It'll be conducted internally instead of using a consulting firm that typically costs about $20,000 to $25,000. I'm confident that we can lead this search, save some money, but at the end of the day, find the best candidate to fill that fire chief vacancy position. And I know and expect that we'll have internal candidates. Next item, ONeill Pool, quick update. Everybody saw that we've demoed it, and if you haven't driven by it, go look at it. It's just a flat space ready for the next step. And what's exciting is the next steps could occur in 2021. We're watching finances closely, but the one thing council did do a couple of weeks ago is approved a design plan for us to hire a consulting firm that answered a request for a proposal. And we're currently working on that, the very beginning stages, and there's going to be quite a bit of outreach to the community. So your involvement is expected and very much something that we need as we look at what ONeill Pool will become in 2021-2022 construction season. The next item that I wanted to talk about was, and you'll see messaging from Mayor Renner, and the elected officials, but I also feel it appropriate for me to comment to COVID, not just the uptick and the impacts to the organization. While we've seen a rise, we're still functioning 100% as an organization. We have had an uptick in some of our COVID positives for employees. More so, those COVID positives have come outside of work, but there's impacts to work. And we have found that we've not missed a beat, and pray that that continues to be the case, and also pray for anybody that's been affected by COVID. It's very real in this community. Shift gears. Talk about Governor Pritzker's announcement last week, and again, the final message is obviously going to come from the elected officials, but since I've got a couple of moments to talk to the community, this is one where the mitigation efforts out of Governor Pritzker's office is one that many people are scared, to be quite honest. Our bars and restaurants, you guys have done everything that's been asked of you. But we're in a region that we're finding that some of the other communities are driving, what's been imposed on us as a Bloomington normal community in McLean County, when my personal thoughts are we're doing everything we possibly can. And there's more to the story when we talk about this, that it's not just testing positive. You've got capacity at the hospitals, you've got the amount of ventilators that are available. There's just so many different components that I know the elected officials feel that Governor Pritzker should take that into consideration. And that's not downplaying the tough job that he has as governor of the state of Illinois, amidst COVID. But do know that our bars and restaurants are doing everything that's been asked of them. So what does enforcement look like? Enforcement looks like what enforcement has looked like in the past. If we get a call that there's a complaint of some sort, we forward that to the appropriate entity, and that's the McLean County Health Department. And I believe that will be the final answer out of Mayor Renner and our council. But that is the appropriate next step. And I do also know, by talking to Camille Rodriguez, the county administrator, that McLean County Health Department, their approach is requesting that there's voluntary compliance. So understand that there is a lot of uncertainty, amongst the business community, and I feel your pain, and so appreciate everything that you've done. I know Council is looking at what a package looks like with some of the CARES Act money that we have. We did have a grant program that original $150,000 has been allotted in $4,500 grants. There's also stuff through the EDC, and we are pushing that the state representatives and more so the federal delegation look for some sort of relief package to get that into the hands of our Bloomington businesses that need it so dearly. Next item. Today is obviously Election Day, and there's some uncertainty, and we don't know what lies ahead for us as a community. I want to assure the community that we have taken every step that we possibly could have. That's been weeks worth of planning to prepare us for what may come. While we very much welcome and encourage and try to accommodate peaceful demonstrations or protests or celebration, it's when it turns illegal is where the concern lies. And I know a lot of other communities are boarding up facilities and have major concerns, and those were things that we thought about as well. But we feel like we have a great community, and we're not going to see that level of criminal activity, but I want the community to know that we are prepared to respond. And just pray that it doesn't happen, and that when, a week from now, all of the decisions that have been made were the right decisions, and we'll see. But wanted to take a couple of minutes. The last two really were the biggies, and wanted to take a couple of minutes to probably 10, 12 minutes to share all of that with you, and just say thank you for the opportunity to be your city manager, and truly, God bless. Thank you.